That was bad, hun. Embarrassingly bad. That was good. That was good for once. Hello! My name is Zinzer J. I use they, them pronouns, and welcome to They BCs.
They BC.
I wanted to dedicate this episode to another inquiry I've been receiving. Do you want to get a sex change? And I must admit, I've been getting this question a lot. And though I understand the common curiosity, I do want to gently remind that asking about somebody's genitals in any context can be a deeply personal and invasive question. I mean, think about it.
How dare you? Who are you? No, wait, no!
A good rule of thumb, if it's out of view, it don't concern you. But I do acknowledge with the lack of representation and limited access to the trans experience, this is often where the average person's mind goes. So this week, we'll be covering transitioning. The process of adopting characteristics or taking actions to have one's gender identity seen and or acknowledged by the outside world. In broad strokes, transitioning can be divided into three main categories: medical, presentational, and legal. Medical is often the first thing that people think of because it's usually the only thing covered in the media. Medical transitioning can look like top surgery. This is also known as a mastectomy or breast augmentation. There's bottom surgery. This is what y'all meant by a sex change, but please don't call it that. It's more respectfully known as bottom surgery or gender confirmation surgery. And then there's hormone therapy. Now this can be taken by injection, by pill, or by topical application. The effects can be temporary or permanent depending on what you're taking, and the results can include breast development, the redistribution of body fat, the fluctuation of your facial and or body hair, the fluctuation of your muscle mass, and how deep or high one's voice is, among other things. It's important to remember that surgery is not what makes trans people trans. As actor, activist, and model Indya Moore puts it, the definition of biological literally has nothing to do with gender. It just defines who we're related to. Singer and actor Mila Jam says, "Many in the community don't seek medical intervention. They can't undergo surgery for health reasons. They can't afford it, or they simply don't want to. Not everyone feels the need to medically alter their body in order to affirm their gender." Presentational transitioning includes ways that you can change your appearance without the need of medical intervention. This can include wearing a binder to flatten your chest, or wearing a breastplate to make it bigger. You could also wear tucking underwear to hide your genitals from view, shaving or growing out your facial hair, changing up your hairstyle or wearing wigs. You could also change your wardrobe or wear makeup. Finally, legal transitioning. Now this can include changing your name and or pronouns, though that can be more of a social process. You don't have to do that legally if you don't want to. And then there's changing your gender marker on your legal documents, such as a passport, voter registration, or a driver's license. Of course, this is not a comprehensive list. People can pick and choose whatever works best for them. But it is to say that transitioning is so much more than a sex change. Now, I will say, if somebody comes out to you and you want to know more or have a natural curiosity, I suggest these alternatives to ask. Cool! What kind of transitioning are you looking forward to? So what does being trans mean for you? How can I be there for you? Now, these are still engaging with the trans experience, but it gives us the freedom to decide what's important to us and what we want to share, rather than being put on the spot. As always, if there are questions or topics you'd love to have covered, you can email me at theybcs@gmail.com or shoot me a DM on Instagram, @ZinzerJ. It truly is judgment-free. I'm not here to police language, but rather to offer a different point of view and options of how we can be a bit more intentional with our phrasing. You'd be surprised the difference it can make. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll join me again, and in the meantime, keep it LGBT cute.